Welcome back to another vlog here on Behind the Headset. Today, Tamworth return back to the National League Cup, where the Burnley under-21s are the visitors here to the Altair Group Community Stadium at the Lamb. Tamworth with a last minute or a last kick of the game win away at Aldershot on Saturday to make it 9 games unbeaten. Can Tamworth reach double figures and make it 10 games unbeaten in all competitions tonight? Now, the National League Cup is a mixture of National League teams and then PL2 teams or Premier League under-21 teams. So yeah, Tamworth have already faced Man United in the first game, but that was abandoned just before half-time due to a player injury. They beat Everton a few weeks ago, and tonight Burnley, I say, are the visitors. So hopefully Tamworth can go on and get another victory ahead of Saturday's league game here on the cameras, or I should say in front of the cameras for that 5:30 kickoff on DAZN. But yeah, for tonight, let's get inside, let's get set up, and yeah, let's hope for another really good positive game and performance tonight from the Lambs. So we're about 20 minutes away from kickoff, and there are a number of changes in the starting 11 as to be expected. We've obviously got the 4 in that we need to have in from the previous game, but yeah, a lot of changes, should we say. Players that have been maybe not getting much game time, spending a lot of time on the bench, or coming back from injury as well. So it's good to see a little bit of change. It's good to see Alfie Bates back for one. Jordan Cullinane-Liburd getting some action as well. Ollie Lynch getting a start, and Jordan Ponticelli as well. So now all players that have tended to come on as subs getting a start today. Even Leon Phillips getting a start today in place of Jazz Singh as well. And I always like to see Leon get game time because he is actually a really good keeper as well. Totally different style to Jazz Singh. He's more of a sweeper keeper, likes to come out of his area and come off his line a lot more. But Burnley, they turned up late. They didn't get here till 7 o'clock, so they had to rush around. I don't know if they got stuck in traffic or whatever, but again, a little bit of an unknown entity. These PL2 teams, mainly academy-based, under-21 based, so a lot of short passing, playing out from the back to be expected. So yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes through the fullness of the game. But obviously, Tamworth will want to keep their unbeaten run alive. Currently 9 games in all competitions, so with a win tonight, we'd reach that magical double figures of 10 games undefeated. So, yeah, we would like to get that. But in terms of a result, I'm completely in the dark about this one. I don't really know. Obviously, want to go and get the points in the little group that we're in. But yeah, anyway, if this game does end a draw at full time as well, it goes straight to penalties, so there's no extra time or anything in this one. So there has to be a winner on the night. But yeah, like I said, both teams are warming up, and the game will be underway very shortly, and that's when we will be back with you. Moments away from getting this game underway here this evening. It is going to be Tamworth versus Burnley in the National League Cup. The two skippers, officials and mascots just inside the centre circle now, having their photo taken before the game gets underway. And the referee, Melissa Bergin, with her assistants Ryan McIvory and Joseph Larkin, and the 4th official, Adam Burgess. are ready to officiate this game. As we just wait to see who will get this game underway this evening, it appears that Burnley are going to be the ones with the kick-off. Tamworth will be kicking from left to right, attacking the Meadow Street end here at the Lamp in their home kit of red shirts with black sleeves, red shorts and red and white and black socks, and Burnley in that all sky blue kit. Into the 8th minute here from the Altair Group Community Stadium at the Lamb, where Tamworth took the lead literally after 15 seconds through Bekray Anuru. His fantastic strike on goal, his run beating the back line and giving Tamworth the lead. Tamworth now get this ball into the box from the free kick, headed back across goal by Cullen Liebird. Not fully cleared away by Burnley as of yet. A little bit of head tennis ensues. Burnley finally look like they're going to try and clear the ball away, but another poor touch from them. They do just keep the ball in play, but Sayed rattles away to try and regain possession, and Burnley in the end doing just enough to win themselves a throw deep in the Tamworth half. But it is 9 minutes on the clock, and it is Tamworth 1, Burnley 0. 3 minutes on the clock, it is still Tamworth 1, Burnley 0 here in Staffordshire for this National League Cup game between Tamworth and Burnley. Burnley didn't have the best of the opening 10 minutes or so, but have grown into this game the more that time flows past. Had a couple of chances in the box so far. Burnley now just striking the ball across the halfway line. Looking to break down the left-hand side now with Ashton. Up towards Puani. It's cleared into the sky and out behind for a goal kick to the Lamp. Corner for the Lamb. Stefan Moles with two arms in the air, looking to whip this one in with pace. High towards the back post it goes, headed up into the air by Burnley, but it's going to come to Ollie Lynch at the opposite corner of the ground. Lynch gets one in, keeper punches it away. It was more of a cross from a shot from Lynch than a cross, but keeper strangely punching it away. And Tamworth with possession, but poor touch by Curley gives possession back to the visitors. They look to now try and break down the left-hand side. Good play from Burnley. It is now Oliver Pimlett. He cuts inside, finds Vivas. He takes it all the way across the edge of the box. Burnley still in possession, but Tamworth sitting deep, invited the pressure on. Looking to just spread the ball around nicely at the minute, Burnley. Now Ashton into Vivas once more. And Burnley's, what looked like they had a bit of an overload there, match has completely dissipated, and Tamworth have repelled them all the way back up to the halfway line. And Tamworth seem to be just sitting back and trying to invite the pressure on. Tonks looking to take this one, probably 40 yards or so away from the corner flag, midway into the Burnley half. Tom Tonks looking to set his run, to plant his feet and send this ball long in towards the Burnley box once more to try and create some havoc in that 6-yard box. This one's hung up in the air a little bit from Tonks, headed away by Burnley, and it's headed over his own head towards the keeper. And a little bit of an anticlimax on that one in the end. Tonks, this one is 18 yards away from the corner flag. Now let's see what Tonks can do with this one. The last one hung up in the air a little bit from him. Let's hope this one is a bit more missile-like towards the box, which it is. Towards the penalty spot it goes. Not fully cleared away. Looked like it was tapped to goal by Joe Rye. Maybe if he'd got a bit more on that one, might have been causing the keeper a few more problems, but it was actually easy for Lewis Forshaw to claim at his near post. Pass the ball around once again as they look to now break into the Tamworth half. But Joe Rye picks up that one. Flag goes up for offside against the Burnley man there on the far side of the pitch. It will be a free kick to Tamworth, as we are partway through that minute of added on time at the end of the first half. In a half that has been fairly even in terms of chances. Burnley have probably had the most of the possession, but I think Tamworth have had the better of the game so far, as Phillips takes that free kick long down the left-hand side of the pitch. It's now picked up by Lynch, and he is offside as well. I thought that was the half-time whistle there for a moment. And there is the half-time whistle here at the Altair Group Community Stadium at the Lamb, where the half-time score is Tamworth 1, Burnley 0. It's half-time here at the Lamb, and it is Tamworth 1, Burnley 0, in what was a very, very explosive start for Tamworth. Bekray opening the scoring after literally 15 seconds. Fantastic ball over the top from Jordan Cullinane and Bird. Bekray beating the offside trap, getting past about 3 defenders and slotting the ball past the Burnley keeper very comfortably. Then for the next 10 minutes or so, Tamworth were in control of the game. Lots of possession, lots of chances, but not really increasing their lead. Then really it was all about Burnley having lots of possession, but Tamworth sitting back deep and inviting the pressure on, and Burnley not really doing too much with the amount of possession they had. The more the half flowed on, the more of the same we had, more possession from Burnley, not many chances, and it wasn't really until around the 40-minute mark where Burnley actually had their first real shot on target, but again it was poor. It wasn't really troubling the Tamworth keeper Leon Phillips too much, and the half really petered out to Tamworth having a few chances here and there, but I think it's more by design that Tamworth have been sitting back deep, inviting the pressure on, and Burnley are just struggling to do anything really in the Tamworth final third. So hopefully that continues into the second half. But it's been a comfortable performance from the Lambs so far for me. And if it stays like this through to full time, that will be 10 games unbeaten for the Lambs, and that will be really, really confidence boosting going into the next run of fixtures up until Christmas. So I'm going to have my break now and have a bit of a drink and a wander round. Get the legs moving again, and I'll be back with you soon for second half commentary. So, it is still Tamworth 1, Burnley 0, but Tamworth very nearly getting a second through Harvey Sayer a few minutes into this second half. Tamworth making one more change on the half-time break, and that was Leon Phillips making way for Jazz Singh to get some minutes this evening. But so far for me in this second half, it has been all Tamworth, and it has been a repeat of the start of the first half so far. So, can Tamworth put Burnley to the stone early on and put this game out of reach for Burnley getting back any chances of getting into it? Approach the hour mark here. It is still Tamworth 1, Burnley 0. Tamworth have had a couple of chances this second half so far. Burnley, not many so far again, and again there another really shot out of anger more than anything from the Burnley skipper Murray Campbell. Well, that again was very, very wide, aimless, and not really going to trouble Jazz Singh in the Tamworth goal. And that's something we've seen from Burnley so far this season. They have just lacked any sort of real conviction in the final third. In the first half they didn't really trouble Leon Phillips, and in the second half they've not really troubled Jazz Singh of yet. And I think Tamworth are really just in cruise control just through the rest of this game at the minute. They seem very, very comfortable to allow Burnley to have the ball and not really expect too much from them. And an offensive frantic last few minutes here at the Altair Group Community Stadium at the Lamb. It is now Tamworth 3, Burnley 0. Goals in this second half from Harvey Sayer after a defensive mistake allowed him to pounce on goal. And another defensive mistake again allowed Stefan Mole's space on the edge of the area to chip the ball over the onrushing keeper to make it 3 for Tamworth. But Burnley now look with a chance to come forward. Good defending from Tamworth again to put the ball behind for a corner. But that's the sort of play I was expecting from Burnley. We have just seen a little bit of a glimpse of tenaciousness towards goal and a little bit of desire and speed and pace, and that's something we've lacked so far, and they have now actually won themselves a corner on the near side. So they whip this corner in now, and it's headed away relatively comfortably by Tamworth, but not fully cleared away as of yet. Burnley look to recycle the ball back into the box, but again cleared away by Tamworth. Up to Sayer. Now the legs sprint forward into the opposition half. Sayer looks to take on one, goes past him, looks to take on two, cuts inside, still with the ball. Harvey Sayer lays it back to Ponticelli, out wide now to Curley. And actually a first mistake from Tamworth really all evening is a heavy touch from Matt Curley, and out of play that goes behind Harvey Sayer for a Burnley Tamworth on the right hand side as we approach the 80-minute mark here from the Lamb Ground in Staffordshire. It's still Tamworth 3, Burnley 0. Just like it's Harvey Sayer and Jordan Ponticelli, the two standing over this one. It would be a very audacious effort for one of them to go for goal from here. So I imagine it's going to be sent towards the back post. But let's see which of the two Tamworth men do whip this one in, whether it's an in-swinger or an out-swinger. One arm aloft from Ponticelli. He leaves it. Sayer sends it towards the back post, and it was a shot on goal and would have been on target, but it was fairly comfortable for Lewis Forshaw to watch its flight and claim that one at his back post. For Burnley nil, it was a fantastic cross in from Alfie Bates, headed in at the far post by Ollie Lynch to really make it a very, very one-sided score. And what, in fairness, has not really been a one-sided game in terms of possession, but in terms of chances in the final third, it certainly has been. Tamworth have taken the chances that they've created. Burnley haven't really created any chances. Fantastic ball out wide now by Ronan Mayo. Another shot towards goal. That one's only just drifted across the face of goal. And that was a fantastic opportunity for Tamworth's fifth. It's taken a nick on its way through there, and it will go out for a Tamworth corner.
That was a brilliant ball there from Mayo, wasn't it, Stu?
It was.
Right the way across the pitch to find.
With a corner kick now. It is going to be out swinging this time. I think that's Harvey Sayer down at that corner to swing this corner in. Towards the back post it goes, and there's an infringement in there somewhere. The referee blows up, and it will be a free kick, to the away team. So it is full time here at the Lamb, and it has actually finished Tamworth 4, Burnley 0. So that does stretch Tamworth's unbeaten run in all competitions to 10 games, which is absolutely massive. Now, it was a largely changed Tamworth squad this evening, but again, running out 4-1 against a Burnley team that, if I'm being totally honest, I expected a lot more from. They were poor in large areas of the pitch for me, especially the final third. And they really, honestly struggled to... I think they had one shot on target the entire game, and that was straight at the Tamworth keeper. But, you know, goals from Becre and Nero after 15 minutes, and then 3 goals in the second half from Harvey Sayer, Stefan Moles and Ollie Lynch as well, really rounding out the game. And, yeah, it was one-sided. It took until Tamworth got their second goal to get a little bit of life out of Burnley, where they looked to just play a little bit more expansively. But they looked at themselves susceptible at the back then, and Tamworth just went and got another couple of goals. And yeah, it was a really easy game, I think, for Tamworth tonight. But now, looking ahead to Saturday, when Boston are the visitors here to the Lamb, 5:30 kickoff on that one. It is going to be live on DAZN in front of the TV cameras, so that is why we have the later kickoff, because it is being given a prime TV slot. But yeah, Tamworth, hopefully they can go in search of 11 unbeaten, extending that good run of form in the league, and potentially skipping up a few more places into the playoff places for what has been a fantastic start to the season so far. So thank you to everyone for being with me this evening, watching this vlog through to the end. If you're still here, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment, comment your favourite part of the Tamworth season so far, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.